like at least 500 minimum.
Wow.
And then they brought coolers and everything. I did this out of nowhere. Originally, our venue was supposed to be at the University of New Mexico, and someone involved in the TO group got contact with someone from Red Bull who wanted to donate a grip of Red Bull.
Wow. That's awesome.
Sensei and Light. Light are currently #1 in Melee over here. He plays Peach. He plays very patient. He will camp you if he has to.
I've seen matches where he timed out the Peach Ditto at 4 stocks to 2. This is what Light is capable of. Now, playing him earlier today, I was actually housing in the same place as him. He wasn't playing anywhere near that, like, ridiculously campy. He was going in when he had an opportunity, which I think is optimal Peach play. But you are right to say that he is incredibly good at playing defense. It is hard to get an opening, and it is hard to convert off an opening against Light.
Light usually likes to sit back sometimes and make you overextend yourself, and that's when he doesn't punish you and kill you most of the time. He's just great at it. He's great at the punish game. But sometimes he will be very aggro, especially against players who are not comfortable with Peach. Myself, he will destroy me. I don't really play Melee that competitive, but he just eats everyone alive.
Yeah.
Down smashes, and he loves his down smash. Every Peach loves his down smash.
Of course.
But Light will down smash you to infinity and beyond, and then maybe pull out turn-ups and cap you.
Yeah, and that really speaks to Peach as a character. Peach, I split Peach's spacing into 3 different zones. There's one where she is right on top of you, there's one where she is really far away, and then there's the zone in the middle. Far away, she has turnips, and so unless you have a better projectile than she does, which is almost nobody, Falco and Sheik debatably, but it's still hard to beat that projectile with their projectiles. Then she's in good shape because she can just keep throwing that. And then if she's right on top of you, she has some very fast options. She has that down smash, which we just mentioned, which is devastating if you're crouch canceling, as you just saw, 30% off one move. It's not even a Bob-on that does that. And also, she has a frame 2 jab, which is 1 frame slower than the fastest possible move in the game. And she has dash attack, which is really good for popping people up. Not to mention float cancel aerials and a bevy of other options.
Float canceling aerials, floating, holding a turnip with the aerials.
I really like how Light is poking the top platform with that umbrella, because Sensei has one of the best downward moves in the game, arguably one of the best moves in the game, period, in Falco's down air. But he's still afraid to come down on Peach's umbrella because of how its hitbox works, how disjointed it is. So Light with the 4 stock there, able to control center stage against a character who is it tends very much to control the game at all times. Falco tends to be a character who is in control maybe 70% of the game against any character, and you just have to make the punishes count because his recovery is bad.
Now Marth.
With Marth, the clear option I think is Yoshi's Story here.
Light will ban Yoshi's Story.
And I expected that much, and so he should probably go to FOD. FD is a stage that I think Peach prefers.
Honestly.
The platforms help Marth generally more in this matchup because they keep Peach down on the ground more. They keep her off the ground more because he can pop her up, juggle her. On this stage, she has the most opportunities probably to get down using her up B, using her float, and using the aerials that she can use very well with that float. On top of that, if you get separated from her, like right now, free turnip pull. And Light is going to set up such a wall of turnips that it's going to be hard to get through. I remember once Ty actually banned FD before he banned Dreamland against Light. That's how difficult this stage can be to deal with. So what I'd like to see Sensei do, since he's already in this predicament, is he needs to be patient. He needs to learn how to deal with the turnips. he needs to take his openings when he can get them, but he also needs to be incredibly patient and not overextend when he gets those openings. Peach does still, I think, lose the matchup on paper, 55-45 or so, and that's because even though she's very good at that those two zones right up next to you and far away from you, Marth absolutely dominates the middle zone. If he can stay in the spacing between those two, he should be able to space Peach out. She should not be able to approach safely, and she can't pull turnips. But Sensei showing that he doesn't quite have the maneuverability to challenge in that zone. He's catching turnips, which is generally not actually a good idea as Marth because of how slow Marth's throw animation is. Usually you want to attack them if absolutely necessary and otherwise avoid them completely. The way to stop the turnips is to wait until Peach has thrown them and then close space before she can pull another one.
Marth is going in the air too much. Marth needs to stay more grounded.
I think going in the air is sometimes a reasonable response to the turnip throwing, but he also needs to be able to come down safely.
He's getting caught in the air most of the time.
He needs to be able to retreat with his aerials rather than just kind of throwing himself at light and getting anti-aired and bodied by nairs, by down smashes if he lands. This kind of spacing with nairs that he was starting there before he got hit with a stitch face, LOL. That's kind of the idea. You want to jump around and throw out fares that Peach wants to run into, but that are also safe enough, spaced well enough, that she can't retaliate.
Sensei just doesn't know how to deal with the turnips right now.
Yeah, he's having a lot of trouble spacing against light in general. That was a really nice weight on the shield, but then he went airborne and didn't know what to do. Got nared out of it. Really nice turnip wall from light there, using the collision physics to make it that much more difficult for Sensei to get past.
Light is known as the Heartbreaker.